Jasmine Pineda shockingly reveals 90-day fiancé star who tried to deport her by calling immigration. In a preview of 90-day fiancé, Happily Ever After, Jasmine Pineda revealed who reported her to the immigration authorities in an attempt to have her deported from the United States. Jasmine left her home in Panama to move to the United States in early 2023 to marry Gino Palazzolo. Although the couple got married, they continued to face challenges in their relationship, particularly related to intimacy. After marriage counseling, they decided to explore an open marriage, but it ended up doing more harm than good. Jasmine became pregnant with her partner, Branis. As a result, Gino kicked her out of their house in 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9. Jasmine, now estranged from her American husband, Gino, fears the danger of deportation. The official 90-Day Fiancé page shared a sneak peek of 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9. In the video, Jasmine is seen on a call with Gino's cousin, Dana's wife, Michelle. During the conversation, she tearfully says, "Gino just called me to tell me that he already went to immigration, so I get deported." The following scene shows Jasmine and Matt discussing the possibility of her deportation, with Matt expressing his fear and saying, "I don't want nothing to happen." He adds, "I'm scared just like you are." What Gino contacting immigration about Jasmine really means. Gino is fully prepared to let go of Jasmine. After undergoing therapy, Gino and Jasmine were hopeful that exploring an open marriage and involving Matt as Jasmine's partner would help resolve their marital issues over time. However, the situation didn't unfold as expected. According to Gino, Jasmine didn't adhere to the agreed-upon rules of their open marriage, leading him to ask her to move out of their house. Jasmine now lives with Matt, but she hasn't given up on her marriage to Gino. She continues to work towards resolving their conflicts and reaching a mutual understanding, while Gino appears prepared to sever all ties with his Panamanian wife. If Gino did, in fact, contact immigration authorities regarding Jasmine's residency in the United States, it means he is fully prepared to move on from his wife. He doesn't want any emotional, physical, or financial ties with her and believes she should return to her home country now that their relationship is over. Reporting his wife to the powers indicates that Gino and Jasmine's relationship is irreparable. He doesn't trust Jasmine and doesn't want to reconcile with her. Our take on Gino reporting Jasmine to immigration. Gino likely wanted to hurt Jasmine. If Gino's complaint is taken seriously, Jasmine's future in the United States is at risk. She could face deportation, lose her green card status, and be forced to return to her home country. However, it's also possible that Gino simply lied about reporting Jasmine to immigration out of spite. Since Jasmine is still in the country, it's uncertain whether she was actually reported. While Gino may not be the best husband, it seems unlikely he would stoop to such levels of pettiness. Hopefully, the upcoming episodes of 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Will shed light on Jasmine's potential deportation. 90-Day Fiancé, Branis is concerned about Jasmine Pineda amid shocking relationship status. Jasmine Pineda's recent actions have concerned her baby daddy, Branis, from 90-Day, the last resort after claiming they are not together. Jasmine met Matt at her gym in Michigan while she was married to Gino Palazzolo. Jasmine wished to have an open marriage amid problems in her relationship with Gino. He agreed, and Jasmine and Gino planned to stay married, with Jasmine promising she would never develop feelings for Matt. However, Jasmine became pregnant with Matt's baby and moved with him to Miami. Jasmine's recent social media content revolves around her baby and her baby daddy, and now, she seems to have Matt worried about something she's been doing. Jasmine shared a video showing her living room as she panned the camera from her dining table to show her TV, couch, and baby cradle. Matt sat on one of the couches as Jasmine recorded the clip. She wrote that Matt was actually concerned about her since he thinks she is a hoarder. Jasmine added, "He's OCD, and he thinks his baby mama requires an intervention." What Branis being concerned about Jasmine Pineda means. What's really going on between Jasmine and Matt? Jasmine and Gino filmed 90-Day, The Last Resort Season 2 sometime between March and April 2024. Since then, Jasmine has been with Matt and appears to have become pregnant around June 2024. She moved to Miami with Matt and still seems to be living there with him. However, Jasmine told her followers that Matt doesn't live in the same house and only comes over to help with the baby when needed. Despite this, she has been posting more and more content showing Matt at the house with her, suggesting he may be staying there more often than she claims. Matt's concern about the lack of tidiness in Jasmine's home suggests he's unhappy with his current living situation. He seems to have a strong preference for order, while Jasmine's house is cluttered with baby items, even though she appears to be trying her best to keep it clean. Interestingly, when she lived with Gino, Jasmine often complained about his poor hygiene and lack of cleanliness. Now the tables have turned, and it seems the messiness is bothering Matt instead. The irony hasn't escaped Jasmine either, as she has already voiced her frustration to her followers. Our take on Matt Branis claiming Jasmine needs an intervention. Is Jasmine pushing for a fresh start with Matt? 90 Day. The Last Resort's Jasmine has described Matt as a good friend and often values his advice when it comes to her personal life. She believes her home is neat and clean but may be hoping for a larger space to better organize her baby items. Jasmine always wanted to move into a bigger house with Gino, and her current place appears smaller than the one in Michigan. She once told Gino she would only have a baby if he bought a bigger home. Now it seems she wants Matt to do the same for her and their baby. 90 Day Fiancé. I'm more convinced than ever Jasmine Pineda won't go back to Panama, US is her home. I believe that 90 Day, The Last Resort star Jasmine Pineda won't return to Panama because she now considers the United States her new home. I enjoyed watching the dynamic of the relationship between Gino Palazzolo and Jasmine, and I found their love story very entertaining. Despite their fights, I sensed love and compassion between them, which made me confident that they would overcome their 18-year age gap and eventually get married. Initially, Jasmine and Gino had a good relationship, but things changed for the worse over time. Gino became less romantic, causing Jasmine to become less happy. I had hope for Jasmine and Gino because they didn't give up despite observing major red flags in their relationship. They got married in the United States despite many issues, showing their commitment to making their marriage work. Unfortunately, the couple couldn't sustain a healthy marriage. They struggled with intimacy, leading them to seek therapy and ultimately decide that the only way to save their relationship was to have an open marriage. In 2024, Gino and Jasmine ended their relationship after their unsuccessful experiment with open marriage. Jasmine became pregnant with Matt Branis while Gino moved on. Jasmine showed her intention to go back to Panama. Jasmine wants to reunite with her sons. In the past 6 months, I have noticed that Jasmine frequently posts about her future in the United States. She shared her goal of saving enough money to bring her 2 sons, Juance and JC, to the United States and mentioned the possibility of returning to Panama if she couldn't reunite with them. Jasmine had mentioned that if her sons were unable to obtain their U.S. visas, she would go back to her home country to be with them. It's clear that Jasmine's main focus is reuniting with her sons, and early 2025, according to @TheRelativeMiss, Jasmine did a TikTok live where she thanked her fans for supporting her by booking her cameos and subscribing to her OnlyFans. She mentioned that this support was helping her save money for her kids. Jasmine also discussed a worst-case scenario, stating, "In the worst-case scenario, my children's visa gets denied, and they can't be reunited with me. I'll go back to Panama." Jasmine has been taking various measures to save money, including shopping at the dollar store and mentioning that she wasn't going to nail salons to avoid overspending. Jasmine and Matt's bond is growing stronger. Jasmine and Matt may get engaged. I think there are several reasons why Jasmine would not return to Panama, despite what she has said on social media. I believe she will remain in the United States and take the opportunity to build a future in the land of opportunity. Jasmine felt homesick in Michigan before, as it wasn't her comfort zone. However, since moving to a tropical state like Florida and meeting Matt, who genuinely cares for her, she has found a sense of belonging. Additionally, she has started a family and had a baby with Matt. Earlier, Jasmine expressed her reluctance to enter a relationship with Matt, stating that she was done dating men and needed a break. However, her recent social media activity hints at a change of heart, with indications that she may be falling in love with him. Jasmine has even launched an Instagram profile dedicated to sharing moments with Matt, suggesting that she is smitten with him. I believe that an engagement between them could be on the horizon, and if it happens, there may be a slim chance of her returning to Panama. Jasmine has found a new family in the US. Jasmine now has a strong support system. I also think that Jasmine's new family in the United States is a significant factor in making her feel at home here. A year ago, she only knew a few people, including Gino. However, she now has a closer relationship with her friend, Matt, some of her former in-laws, and her daughter, Matilda, aka Maddie. I think Jasmine has created a strong support system with her new family in the United States. In my opinion, she no longer has a pressing need to return to Panama. I have seen Jasmine talk about her new family several times in the past 6 months. Her latest post was in May 2025, where she shared photos of Matt sitting next to Gino's cousin, Dana, and his wife, Michelle. Dana and Michelle have a close relationship with Jasmine, who affectionately referred to them as Papa